everybody, welcome to Make It with Mod Podge. My name is Cathie Filian, and today, if you've never worked with Mod Podge before or you're wondering what the difference between gloss, satin, and matte is, then this is the video for you. Steve's going to walk you through all the different basic formulas.
Thank you, Cathie, for that introduction. I'm Steve Piacenza, and today is all about Mod Podge 101. I'm going to be showing you the difference between gloss, satin, and matte Mod Podge. Plus, I'm going to be showing you how to do the basic steps on applying a piece of paper onto a wood surface. All the Mod Podge formulas work as a glue and a sealer. And the Mod Podge formulas come in many different sizes. You can get it in gallon size, you can get it as a 2-ounce sample size, and many different sizes in between. You can use Mod Podge to attach glitter and papers and tissue paper and napkins to many different surfaces. You can also use Mod Podge to seal your painted projects. Mod Podge works on wood, terracotta, metal, glass, and tile. With Mod Podge, you can make home decor, jewelry, art, furniture, paper crafts, and kit crafts. Mod Podge is water-based and non-toxic, and your brushes will clean up with water. Okay guys, let's get into this. Let me show you the 3 bottles right down here. So we have our gloss, which is the orange label. This is the highest sheen. Then we have our satin, which is the mango label. That's the medium sheen. And the yellow label is our matte. So those are the 3 formulas we're working with today. I made some sample boards. Let's take a look. I did a dark, a medium, and a pastel just to show you the sheens on each one. So right here on a dark piece of wood, I painted, and if you're going to be using dark colors or even dark scrapbook papers, this is what it's gonna look like. You have the gloss right here, which is the highest sheen. You have the satin, which is the medium, and the matte. So remember, these are glues and sealers. So there's the 3 that work on a dark colors, whether it be paint or scrapbook paper. Right here we have the medium tone, which again is our gloss, the satin, and the matte. I want to show you guys that on the medium tone. And then we did a pastel, so you can see how that looks on a pastel color. And again, it's whether it be paint, napkin, scrapbook paper. Here's the gloss, right here is the satin, and here's the matte. And that's how it's gonna look on top of your project. So whatever project you're doing, these are the 3 kind of dark, medium, and pastel colors. So now that you see that, let's get started, and I'm gonna show you how to apply a piece of scrapbook paper on top of a wood surface. So let's do it. Okay, so here is the banner we are making today. And I'm gonna show you how to do one of the shapes using the wood surface and a piece of scrapbook paper. So the first thing you wanna do is go to your craft store and get yourself these shapes. They come in a set of 8 or 10, and your scrapbook paper. This is the scrapbook paper I chose, and as you can see, we did a bunch of different scrapbook papers and strung them all up together to create this banner. So the first thing is, with your scrapbook paper, you want to make sure you're going to copy the shape on top of your scrapbook paper on the back side of your scrapbook paper. And just use a pencil to draw that shape out and then cut it out. And the reason why we do that is because you can see there's a little bit of pencil mark that go all the way around, very slight. But you want to make sure none of that goes on your decorative side. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to Mod Podge on the back of your scrapbook paper that you just cut out. I like to use a flat 1-inch brush like this one, and we are using the satin formula today. Like I said earlier, you can use the matte formula or the gloss formula, whichever one is going to work for your project. Next, you're going to take some Mod Podge. You do not need that much Mod Podge. You just want a nice thin layer of the Mod Podge and start applying it to the back of your scrapbook paper, and make sure you hit all the edges. And we're just gonna go all the way around just to make sure we have coverage on the whole entire back of the scrapbook paper. just like so. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Next, you're gonna take your piece of scrapbook paper that you just applied the Satin Mod Podge to the back, and you're just gonna line it up with your wood shape, and you're gonna drop it down. You have a little bit of time to move these around. That looks pretty good. And then you're gonna seal down all the edges. And you wanna get, if there's any air bubbles out, you wanna get those out. I like to use my fingers, but a lot of people like to use the Mod Podge squeegee. You can also use a credit card and just go around. There we go. And make sure it sits down just like that. You wanna set this aside for 15 minutes and let it dry. And I have one right there that has been drying for 15 minutes. And the next step is to seal it. And it's the exact same application that I just did, but this time we're going to be a little bit more careful with our lines and our brush lines. You're gonna wanna move in one direction. Again, the same amount of Mod Podge, and I like to go just in one direction. This is going to prevent any type of lines that might appear. And this is sealing your project from any elements. Remember, Mod Podge is a glue and a sealer, so we just glued down and now we are sealing it. Just go all the way around. This is gonna give a nice, beautiful satin finish. Just go right on over it. And there you have it. It is as simple as that. Okay guys, so let's wrap this up. Let's check out the formulas one more time. We have our gloss formula here, which is our highest sheen. We have our medium formula, which is the satin. It's the medium sheen. And we have the matte formula, which is our lowest sheen. Thank you guys for joining me. And don't forget to hashtag Mod Podge and hashtag Planet Crafts. We'd love to see what you guys are making, and we will see you next time on Make It with Mod Podge. See ya.